A vast expanse of desert serves as the movie's opening scene, where a pair of individuals embark on a quest to capture a rare and extraordinary lizard. As one successfully ensnares the creature, the other notices cautionary markers indicating the danger of the area. Urging his companion to depart, they endeavor to reclaim their catch, only to be startled by an unusual sound that leads them to a colossal cavity in the desert floor, a sight that leaves them dumbfounded. Unexpectedly, one of the men witnesses his companion emerging from the cavity, visibly distressed and pleading for assistance. Before he can comprehend the situation, an enormous entity seizes his friend, dragging him back into the cavity. Stricken with fear, he endeavors to flee on his motorcycle, only to find it unresponsive. The colossal creature extends its massive appendage, snatches him, and drags him toward the gaping hole. Later in the film, the narrative introduces us to a pair of singing siblings captivating an audience in a nightclub. The brother, named Cal, confides in his sister about their former mentor's exploitation, revealing that the mentor had taken more than half of their hard-earned singing proceeds, prompting Cal to sever ties with him. As they chatted, the police from the drug prevention unit showed up at the club to check for drug use. Strangely, they accused Cal of being the only one using drugs, even though he insisted he never had. The police didn't believe him and started suspecting his old mentor, from whom he had separated. Cal got out on bail, but during their talk, Cal's sister got a call about their grandpa passing away. Hearing this, they rushed to their village to be with their mom. During the trip, Cal remembered his childhood days with his grandpa, learning how to dig for water to help with the village's water shortage. After a long journey, they finally got home, reuniting with their family. While visiting, they met Fawn, Cal's childhood friend, who had become a famous YouTuber making videos for her channel. Cal attempted to mend fences with Fawn, but she was upset, having lost touch for a decade since he left the village. The narrative then shifts to their childhood, where Fawn's dad gifted precious lizards to Cal's grandpa. Fawn captured these lizards, but Cal, valuing freedom, released them. Impressed by Cal's compassion, Fawn and he became friends. Returning to the present, Cal and Fawn, reminiscent of the story's start, find themselves trapped in a cave by a menacing creature. Tragically, a colossal creature emerges, leading to the demise of both Cal and Fawn. Later, Cal starts watching Fawn's YouTube content. Moved, Fawn arranges a competition upon hitting 8 million followers. She proposes a challenge, extracting water by digging in their village's soil, offering a significant reward for success. Cal shares this with his sister, and they decide to participate, enlisting Cal's friend to join their team. Eventually, they all reach the spot where Fawn set up the competition. Lots of people had gathered there to take part. Each group got a map and a flare gun to show if they found water. Then, a rich guy showed up. He dug underground for a living and wanted to join but started being mean to Fawn. Cal stepped in and stopped his rude behavior. Fawn shot the flare gun to start the competition. Everyone split up to dig in different places for water. At the same time, two guys found the bikes that belonged to the pair we saw earlier in the movie, the ones who met the mysterious creature. They took the bikes and kept going. Later, the creature burst from the ground and chased the two guys on the bikes just as fast. They were really scared, swerving their bike to escape the creature. The creature turned out to be quite smart, creating a deep trench in the path of the two men. In a desperate attempt to escape, the guys fell into the trench. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cal and his group kept on their journey to find water. They stumbled upon several plates placed upside down on the ground, each with magical words on them. Cal's sister was curious about the arrangement, and Cal explained that it was an ancient method to find water. If there was water below, it would push against the plate, moving it. While they discussed this, another group showed up, having been digging nearby. One of the men in that group believed there was a giant and dangerous monster in the area. To protect themselves, they placed the plates with magical words. Cal was skeptical but listened closely. They decided to keep searching, and as evening approached, Cal found an old map that belonged to his grandfather in their car. Cal stumbled upon a mark on his grandfather's map near the mountain. When he compared it to Fawn's map, he realized there was no such mark on hers. Putting two and two together, they figured they might find water at the mountain. Planning to head there the next day, they stayed overnight while others left as evening approached. During the night, as one of them ventured away, the creature suddenly appeared, flying towards him. Swiftly, it decapitated him, leaving his head in front of his shocked friends. Terrified, they ran for their lives but soon came face to face with the giant creature. It turned out to be the enormous lizard from earlier, now grown to immense size. It killed the remaining men and made them its prey. The next morning, when Fawn learned about the three men's disappearance, she became deeply concerned and decided to halt the competition. After that, Fawn's manager contacted the wealthy man to inform him about the missing trio, making Fawn consider stopping the competition. But the rich man got mad, hinting that ending the contest would make things worse, making the manager really scared. He seemed to know something about what was happening, unsettling the manager. To convince Fawn to keep going, the manager said it wouldn't be good to abruptly stop the competition after starting it. He argued they shouldn't assume the missing folks hadn't returned or been found by someone else. Reluctantly, Fawn agreed to continue, swayed by the manager's plea. Following the map, Cow and friends found a cave. Inside, they encountered a damp wall, making Cow think water might be behind it. He suggested breaking the wall. But, turns out the cave was the giant lizard's lair. It suddenly appeared and snatched Cow's friend in its mouth. The siblings were terrified after witnessing the horrifying scene in the cave and fled quickly to save themselves. They tried to warn others about the creature, but no one believed them at first. That changed when the creature burst out again, snatching a man halfway out of the ground before pulling him under. The onlookers were horrified, finally believing Cow's warnings. Panic spread, and everyone ran for their lives. Cow's sister and the rich man found safety in a nearby truck, but the manager was left outside. The creature attacked him swiftly, ending his life with a single strike. Now, it was chasing Cow and Fawn, matching their pace as they desperately fled. As they ran, they accidentally fell into a trench. In a brave attempt to save her brother, Cow's sister honked the truck's horn, diverting the creature's attention. It approached the truck but couldn't spot them hiding underneath it. They managed to evade the creature, which left silently. Exploring the cave, Cow and Fawn realized they were in the creature's lair. Going deeper, they discovered a startling sight: numerous eggs belonging to the creature. To their astonishment, Cow's friend was there too, still alive but trapped in a sturdy casing created by the creature. Despite their efforts, they couldn't break open the casing. It became clear that the creature had imprisoned many people in similar casings, using them as a food source for its offspring. Meanwhile, Cow's sister cautiously left the truck and saw the creature resting on top of it. Moving silently, she settled into the car of the rich man who had been traveling with them. However, when the rich man returned and made a noise, it woke the creature. In a swift attack, the creature seized him and dragged him into the cave, locking him up with the others. Cow and Fawn found themselves back near the damp wall once more. Upon examining the damp wall, Fawn suggested there might be water on the other side since, being lizard-like, the creature likely had an aversion to water. The siblings, Cow and Fawn, realized that the creature had built the wall to shield itself from water. As they left the cave, they encountered a few people, but their meeting was cut short as the creature swiftly arrived, capturing and killing them in an instant. It also captured Fawn and took her away. Cow, now alone, fired the flare gun, catching the attention of a single group, the same one whose member had previously warned them about the creature and the plates. Cow's sister arrived at the scene, and together they hatched a plan. They played loud music, drawing the creature towards them. As the creature tore through the ground and roared, they encircled it and launched an attack. The creature retreated to its cave. Cow's sister, with the help of her friends, entered the cave and successfully freed all the caged individuals from their casings. Realizing the rich boy was missing, Fawn ventured into the cave to search for him. They discovered that the rich man had brought a bomb, deciding to place it in the damp wall. Cow, holding the bomb's remote, went into the cave with Fawn. Inside, Fawn found the rich boy. But as they were leaving, the creature suddenly appeared before them. In a panic, the rich man abandoned Fawn and fled to save himself. Just in time, Cow arrived and, daringly, jumped onto the creature's back. Climbing onto the creature, he attacked it with an axe. Despite Cow's efforts, the creature remained formidable. In a desperate move, the creature seized Fawn with its tail and was about to harm her. However, Cow fired the flare gun into the creature's mouth, causing it to hallucinate and diverting its attention. Seizing this moment, Fawn and Cow made their escape. As Cow and Fawn emerged, Cow triggered the bomb, causing a massive explosion that shattered the cave wall. A rush of water burst forth, flooding the cave and sweeping the creature away, leading to its demise. The water flowed with immense force, almost catching up to Cow and Fawn, but they narrowly escaped. Cow's sister and his friend also made it to safety. Outside the cave, they witnessed water gushing from the ground, a sign that their village's water problem was finally solved. However, things took an unexpected turn when the rich boy emerged from the trench, still alive, holding one of the creature's eggs and laughing ominously. The presence of the egg hinted that the creature might not have been completely eliminated, suggesting more of its kind could hatch from the remaining eggs. The movie ended on this mysterious and foreboding note.